Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raking Profit, coming to you with another video. I'm actually in Newport, Rhode Island. I've been on a little bit of a thrifting trip the last couple of days, been crushing it, finding inventory for my Amazon business, a few things for eBay as well. And I wanted to make this video because I had a question that came in on one of my YouTube videos asking, Steve, I'm thrifting right now. I'm going to garage sales. I'm sourcing off a Facebook Marketplace and my business is growing. I'm making money on eBay and on Amazon, but I want to grow to the next level. I'm doing 5 figures a year. What's the best path to get from 5 figures to 6 figures? And in this video, I'm going to share the top 3 business models that you should look into if, again, you're thrifting, if you're going to garage sales, estate sales, most of the traditional ways that people start. So before we get into this video, do me a big favor and smash that like button, show some love. I'm actually in my hotel room right here because this is like the only place I could get some decent light. So smash that like button and let's get right into it. So the first way that I would recommend for the average reseller to be able to source more products, to be able to get more inventory and really scale from 5 to 6 figures per year is a business model called online arbitrage. Now, what you can do with online arbitrage, and this is even retail arbitrage as well, is you can go to stores like Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble. There's literally hundreds of stores all over that you could visit, retail stores, and even do it online. We're talking about online arbitrage here. And you can source tons of products. One of the softwares I recommend is called Tactical Arbitrage. It's a software that a lot of resellers use to be able to find deals. Kohl's is another great store. I have a lot of friends who do 6 figures a year going to Marshall's, also sourcing off of the Nike website. So definitely look into online arbitrage. Go on to YouTube, type in online arbitrage. And really, when it comes to scaling your business, at the end of the day, the biggest thing that holds most people back is they can't source enough inventory. So with coupon stacking, with credit card hacking, with the help of tactical arbitrage, you could really start to source and find more products. Now, the margins aren't going to be as good traditionally as going to a thrift store. But again, if you want to make more money, if you want to make more profit, which is what matters most, you have to find more products, sell more products, and grow your overall revenue. So if you're just going to thrift stores and stuff, look into online arbitrage. The second model, which is probably made the most, resellers that I know and friends and associates successful to go from 5 to 6 and even 7 figures, is wholesale. Now, I would recommend checking out Wholesale on Amazon. And if you want a free resource, my good buddies, Jason Fladlian, Dan Metters, and my buddy Dylan, they put out a free book. It's called Hush Money, and it actually shares exactly how to start a wholesale business, why it's something that people should look into. A lot of people look at wholesale like, oh, I'm just going to order from a distributor. But what they do is different. They actually do something called reverse sourcing, and they build relationships with actual brand owners, which you might be thinking, well, why doesn't a brand owner just sell on Amazon or sell on eBay themselves? It's because they're focused on their brand, that they're focused on their product. They're not masters at selling online. So wholesale is a great model. And again, check out that book. It's 100% free. I'll put it down below, first link in the description, and check that out. That's by Dan and Dylan. They've been on my channel multiple times, and my buddy Jason. So it's a great resource. But wholesale is awesome because with wholesale, especially if you build a relationship with a brand and you're the exclusive seller, or maybe just one of 3 or 5 sellers, you're not having to compete with a ton of people. There's something called map pricing, where there's an agreement essentially that you have to price your product at a certain price or a certain range, maybe between 38 and 39. Whereas on the open market, if there's no map pricing, there could be a race to the bottom. That happens often with online arbitrage, or I don't know, maybe you're just involved in products that aren't selling. When you're building a relationship with a supplier, with a brand, I mean, literally you could order as many products as you want, one click. You source only what you want to buy, like what's really working for you. Sometimes at the clearance and stuff at Target and Walmart, people buy everything and they're like, oh, it doesn't sell. That's why I recommend looking into Keepa charts. But wholesale is a great business model to look into. There's a lot of different ways. But I'd recommend doing what Dan and Dylan do, which is reverse sourcing. So check out their free book below. They also have a webinar coming up soon. So I'll put that link down below. So check that out. And the third way that I'd recommend to grow from 4 or 5 figures a year into 6 and 7 figures is something known as private label. Now, right now, I'd recommend wholesale and online arbitrage over private label just because everything's crazy right now with all the shipping containers being stuck at the ports, and obviously there's difficulty now shipping and receiving from China and whatnot. Private label, essentially what private label is like, think of, I don't know, maybe like a grocery store, or think of Walmart. What's Walmart's brand? I forget what it's called. Smart something, or I forget. But Walmart will like get, for example, napkins, right? Or maybe some brand that is really, really popular, and they just get a generic product and they put their own label on it. It's the same with like rice. If you go to Stop and Shop or Whole Foods, like they have their own brand. So they get a generic product, they brand it. And the reason you want to do this is because you get control of that product. You can improve the product. You can do your own marketing. Like, you have full control. You're not having to build a relationship with a brand. Like, you can do everything. Everything's in your control. The downside of private label is you have to do everything. You have to create the packaging. You have to find a generic product that is selling well or improve upon it. The packaging, you're doing the marketing, you're doing the SEO and everything. But for somebody who really wants to take full control of the business, private label is really, really popular. There's a lot of people having success with it. Now, it does require a lot more money. Online arbitrage, you probably need, a couple, at least $500 to $1,000 to start, I would say. Like, if you want to do anything substantial, up to $2,000 or $3,000. Wholesale, you probably need at least $3,000 to $7,000 to start. More the better. But with private label, you're probably like, honestly, like $10,000 to $40,000, I would say, depending on the agreement that you have with your manufacturer and the product that you're creating, so on and so forth. And there's just a lot of upfront costs creating your packaging. Whereas with wholesale, you're literally selling popular products. Like, exactly these things sell this many times. You can buy it for this much. With private label, it's a lot is up in the air. And online arbitrage is fantastic because you can start with a lot less money, but you have to go hunt the products every single time. And once it sells out, you have to go find it again. So online arbitrage, wholesale, and private label are probably some of the top ways that I'd recommend going from 5 to 6 to even 7 figures. I'd recommend wholesale number one right now. But I would say online arbitrage is great to start. I would move into wholesale, and then down the road, if you really, are a good marketer, you understand how to create products, you understand how to do the research, look into private label. So I'm interested to know, what are you doing right now? How do you recommend for anybody watching? What do you recommend to others? What are you doing right now to scale your business? Or are you just sticking with thrifting? So I would love to hear your feedback. Again, check out Dan and Dylan and Jason's free book. I'll put that link down below. But I got to get back to doing some sourcing. I got a bunch of stuff in my car, in my truck right now that I've sourced. So I might do a shipment. But with that being said, much love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.